Well, hello everybody. I'm back again with a good old cup of coffee. Well, I made a big boo-boo. I've got 20 acres of hay and I ain't gonna get it up. When I make a mistake, I make a mistake. It's raining now. Just when I think I'm gonna be able, it's got dried off enough, well, here comes another rain, so. Maybe I'll get a little bit of it when this is over with, a bale or two out of it, but I just made a bad mistake. Now this is the wrong weather. I had that weather app on the phone and I hit the wrong button and I hit the wrong, so it is what it is. And I just got through watching Trump's speech. I enjoyed that pretty good. And boy, I noticed the mainstream media is going, and the left is going apey over the Supreme Court decisions. You know, that's one good thing that Trump put them conservative constitutional justices on the court, ain't it? And we're getting back to some decisions that's based on the Constitution, and which is a good thing. But you know, I was last night I just decided I'd flip through all the networks and NBC, ABC, CBS, and to see what they was saying. And they're really trying to hide all this stuff about Joe Biden. They don't want to put it on there when it's actually real news. It's real news. I mean, from what I seen Jim Comer's interview on Newsmax the other night, he done more or less come out and said that they just about had evidence that Joe Biden probably committed treason. And if he did, they need to get on their hind end, get these investigations done, get all these whistleblowers pulled in, and force the Congress and Senate to impeach Joe Biden. You know, our system was set up, no matter what we believe happened in the last election. You know, Kamala Harris is vice president. And if Joe Biden's guilty, he should be impeached, and she should fulfill his term with a year left. And that's the way it should be. And Joe Biden should either go to jail or spend the rest of his life in a nursing home, or whichever they choose. And his son, these sweetheart deals, they fooled around with all this laptop and with the investigation and let the statute of limitation run out. Well, they should do this like they done Trump. Go in there and make a law to where they can indict him. Fire is fire. Ain't that right? Shoot, Lord have mercy stuff. You know, the news media is, man, they're just about an arm of the government. You know, the White House will send out a talking point. Within 30 minutes, you can switch to every news carrier, and they've got the same talking point, the same language. You know, we're almost getting like it was old Baghdad Bob when the Iraq War. You remember Baghdad Bob coming out something off his junk there was? To tell all them lies, well, that's what our mainstream media has become. All networks, they're all Baghdad Bobs. We need to get back to independent news. Where they're balanced and fair. You know, where you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, whatever you are. You know, if your party, whatever, who does something illegal, then they ought to report it equally. That's what news is supposed to be. They're supposed to be the gatekeepers to power in our country, and they're not. They become the wardens for the government. Our country sure is slid backwards, but we got a chance to fight to get Trump elected and start our journey back to what our country once was. A little bit of it anyway. It's not going to go completely back, but we can get back on the right path. And you know, it just makes you sad. You know, it's hard to put into words, it is for me sometimes, for what I really want to say, you know, because what I really want to say, it probably wouldn't even let me put it up on YouTube. But, you know, I believe in our veterans, and I believe in the men and women that went overseas and died that's not coming home. I believe it's our responsibility to stand up and fight, because them guys, like I say, they're not coming home, you know. They're still over, in some cases, you know, body parts that wasn't found, and they're not coming home to their mom and dad and brothers and sisters. So, I believe, you know, they give the ultimate sacrifice for me and you, you know, they give their life, and I believe it's our responsibility, you know, to stand up and go and vote and fight for our country, you know. And that's what I believe. You know, I find sometimes hard to put it in words. You know, I'm just no mountain boy. You know, farm up here in these old ridges in southwest Virginia, and try to scratch out a living out of the rock. But I believe in our country. And I believe we ought to get back to putting people in that when you put them in Congress, the Senate, that when they make a bill, it's constitutional. It ain't some feel-good junk. It abides by the Constitution of what our country's founded on. You know? I believe that. And so many young people are being brainwashed, you know, it worries you. You know I ain't got too many years left on this earth, but I hope kids and grandkids have a country left, you know. That's my hope. That's why I believe in fighting real hard for this man right back here. You know, I believe in my heart that God's seen him here at this time to help this country. I really do believe that. But that's about all I've got to say today. And God bless everybody. And I want to thank everybody for watching. Y'all have a blessed day. And we'll see you on the next one.